back-to-back seasons, first time since '95. What did you see in that fourth quarter where you guys regained your footing?
I thought OG hit some timely buckets for us. I thought our defense was pretty solid throughout. Booker had a huge game, but we he made some tough shots, but he's a great player. But I thought OG really competed with him, and we were blitzing him all over the place, and he was still making. So, and they're a very good offensive team. So we flew around. I thought guys made second, third effort. We had good, solid contributions from a number of guys. It was good to have everyone out there again. Good. Like for first game back, he hit a big shot late in the fourth, got to the line. I think he found some rhythm by getting to the line and then attacking the basket, so that was a real positive. I thought Mikhail made some big plays for us down the stretch as well. Josh's rebounding was huge. And anytime you're blitzing like we were, it requires guys to fly all over the place, and that's what they did. There was a lot of hustle. I thought our bench was solid as well.
How important was it to get Jalen back in the mix before the postseason?
I think it's important to have everyone back, and it's been a little unusual because we didn't have Mitch for 60 games, and we didn't have Landry for like 40 games, and then Deuce was out for a stretch, so it's just good to have everyone back, and so we can get some rhythm going in, and we want to keep improving, and that's been our goal from the start of the season, is to improve every day and to be strong on both sides of the ball, so that's what we're striving towards.
In a weird way, do you think it might make you guys stronger? I mean, when you have people out and other people have to do things outside of what they've had to do before, and now you're all back together, people have confidence?
Yeah, I think in this league, whatever comes your way, and I think you start off the season with that in mind. It's a long season, and then you have to prepare every day and concentrate on daily improvement. So, and when one guy goes out, another guy comes in, and then the most important thing is understanding the strengths and weaknesses of all your teammates. So play to your strengths to cover up your weaknesses. That's a big part of playing smart. And then we knew it was going to be hard to replace Jalen individually. You can't do that. But I thought collectively we did, and that's what we talked about when he was injured. We knew we were going to have to play great defense. We knew we'd have to rebound, and we knew we'd have to take care of the ball. And then we got a number of good contributions from bench guys. DeLon Wright, Tyler Kolek played great for us during that period of time. OG and Mikhail were terrific, and Kat has had a phenomenal year from start to finish. No, like with Jalen and with Anthony Goenaga, if there's fatigue, he'll tell us, and they're watching him pretty closely. So, and he put a lot of time into the conditioning aspect. That right now it's more his timing, so he's got to play. There's just no other way around that. Even he practiced well the other day, but the intensity of practice can never be replicated to what a game is.
Coach, going back to OG's first game, it was New Year's Day against Minnesota. To now today, you always talk about letting the game speak to you and letting it tell you what to do. Is there anyone on the Knicks that is so advantageously benefiting from that offensive standpoint, from that mindset of I won't joke with Fred in the corners, but with OG, it always feels like the game flow is just so advantageous for him when the ball's moving. He always makes the most of it.
Well, I think it's for everybody. I mean, that's when the ball moves, the game becomes easy. So, but you have to have a balance. You have to understand how important it is to get easy baskets. I mean, if you're getting easy baskets off your defense, that helps a lot. And then if you're in the half court, if you're executing and you're playing for each other, the game is going to. So if they're trapping somebody, you can play off that. We have a number of guys that are good attacking downhill. So if we play off that, and then you have the responsibility of making deep paint decisions. So when you get there, if you have a good angle to the basket, go. If the second defender's there, spray. And that's what we say is read the game and everyone play for each other. And when that happens, good things come from it.
You mentioned Jalen hitting the three late and going to the line a couple times. Did you sense him attacking more later, maybe needing to just sort of play his way into his confidence?
Yeah, I think usually what happens when a guy comes back, he sort of has to get a feel for the game again. And then usually there's a play or two where he'll be tested a little bit. And then once he realizes he's good, he takes off. And I thought the whole second half there was a different gear for him. And that's to be expected. Anytime, and I felt the same way with Deuce. I thought Deuce gave us really good minutes first time back, and Cam the same thing. And we needed those guys. That's where our energy comes from.
Barb, last one?
Yeah, Tom, you got a day off, and then you have Boston. I mean, talk about the challenge and what kind of test that is for you guys.
Yeah, every game's a test. So tomorrow, day off, recovery, and then prepare to understand what goes into winning. Don't change your routine, but understand what we have to do to win. Yeah, when we talked about it, I think that as you head down the stretch, you want to check boxes. You want a winning record at home, winning record on on the road. 50 wins is good, and you want the highest seed possible. And then you want to be playing well. So you're going step by step. We're not skipping over anything, and this is the approach we've taken all season long. So we're not going to change now. So we feel like this will help prepare us for what's down the road.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yep. Thank you.